If you've been keeping track of the news over the last few weeks, you will have seen a lot of stories like this. About 2 weeks ago, the High Court of Australia handed down a decision in a case about a bunch of asylum seekers that were being held in what's called indefinite detention. So basically, these are people who have come to Australia, have tried to claim asylum and have had their claim denied. The other element is that these people have in large part substantial criminal issues outside of their asylum claim. There are murderers, rapists and pedophiles included in all of this. So you might be thinking, why weren't these people deported from Australia? Well, that is because they are stateless, meaning they are not citizens of any country and can't be deported anywhere. So as a result, they were held in indefinite detention to ensure they weren't released into our community. This matter then went to the High Court, and the court was asked to decide whether this type of indefinite detention was allowed under our Constitution. The Constitution tells the government what it can and can't do. The court found that only a judge can place someone into detention indefinitely, not a minister, because the Constitution doesn't allow for a minister to do so. When the High Court handed down its decision, the government had to release all of these people from detention into the community. Now, this is obviously a massive issue because we now have over 80 asylum seekers and soon to be some 300, many of which with criminal convictions that are now freely moving in our community. After this, the government had to scramble really quickly to get a bill into the Parliament to get some conditions on these individuals. The government had to accept a bunch of amendments from the opposition as well, and what we ended up with was things like curfews, restrictions on working with children or going near schools, understandably. So that's where we are at now. The High Court is going to publish their full reasons for the decision, and that could have an implication on whether any more detainees are released. One thing that has been suggested is using another legal mechanism to detain these people. Senator James Paterson, the Shadow Minister for Home Affairs, who looks after immigration, has suggested using the High Risk Terrorism Offenders Framework. This is a system we currently use to detain people that the security services believe are a high risk of committing terrorist acts or offences. The government has indicated that they are looking into that direction, so we will see where we end up.